Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Now, I'm super stoked for today's video because we are on day 10 and 11 of the beginner series. Now, I combined day 10 and 11 for a couple of reasons. Number one, I've been doing a live stream over the last couple of days where if you want to go check out my channel, you can see links to the live streams that I did earlier where I just kind of walk through what I was doing. But I wanted to actually shoot a short little recap video to kind of walk you through what it is that I've done over the last couple of days. So the first thing that I think is worth noting is that I went into the arena and I battled myself up to 180 points so that I could buy a Devilmon. Now, I've obtained a few Devilmons just from playing the game that I have used all on Veramos. Why am I using my Devilmons on Veramos? Because just to be clear, he's got an amazing DOT that hits 75% of the time when we max up that first skill, which we did. Super stoked about that. And then his Super Crush, which stuns 60% of the time when we get that max skilled up. Now, I was really shooting for this second skill to max skill up first, but that's the way the game rolls. It doesn't always give you what you want. So first things first, I got my Veramos up to 10 skill ups, or I should say 8 because you start with one of each. And my goal is to get another 4 skill ups for his Super Crush, which I'm actively working on. And the second thing that I did was I got Spectra and I brought her to 6-star. So Spectra is a really useful monster for Trial of Ascension. Because I've got a stable Giants B10 team, I now need to start working on my Trial of Ascension team. So I got a Spectra and we took her to 6-star. I haven't maxed her level yet. And I think that's important to note because if you look at the Trial of Ascension, we've already made it to level 62 without having to without really having to have this max 6-star monster yet. So I just wanted to pop into Trial of Ascension and show you the team that I'm using. I'm using a Lapis lead because I'm relying on damage. Sometimes for certain levels, you have to switch out Vero and Lapis because you need to be a little tankier. But that will come, very naturally as we add more runes to the mix. And then the second thing is that I put in that Spectra because she's got a really, really good second skill that does damage based on the enemy's max HP, which is great for when people have a lot of HP, aka bosses. Now, I also runed my Spectra, and I think it's important to note that I runed her to go first. So she's got about 199 speed, and I obtained a lot of these runes either from the Dragon's Dungeon. Actually, I think all of these are from the dungeon. So grind Giants B10. That's my sage wisdom to you. You got to keep the grind going. And I'd really like to get her HP closer to like 20K, where right now we're at about 14. I'd really like to see that closer to like 17 to 20K to be a little more durable in the Trial of Ascension. That will happen more naturally as we level her up, but we'll still need to up her runes a little bit. And then I definitely need to work on skilling up Spectra as well. So I need to get some Griffins that I can feed to Spectra. Do not use Devilmons on Spectra. Do not use Devilmons on a monster that you can summon from a mystical scroll. Only use them on 5-star monsters and Nat 4-star monsters when you're out of Nat Star 5 monsters. And even then, I don't really recommend using those. So, just FYI, you really want to save your Devilmons for your 5-star monsters, your fusion monsters, things like that. So we did all of that. And then one other thing that I did do is I was grinding the Giants B10 dungeon. So I've just been in the Giants B10 and I run this, at least, gosh, I don't know, 15, 20 times a day. There's another really awesome YouTuber who says that before you really move on in the game, you need to grind the Giants B10 at least 1,000 times. And I love that philosophy. I know it sounds crazy, but it's really important because I talked about this in my rune video, which I will link up in the description, that if you don't have the runes, it doesn't matter what monsters you have. So many people think that the secret to this game is monsters, but the secret to this game is good runes. There are average monsters with stellar runes that absolutely crush the competition. And so it's really important that you step back and say, okay, how do I get really good runes? And that comes down to farming Giants B10. So keep farming Giants B10. That's going to be really, really important to do. And then just to give you some foresight on what I'm working on next, I'm going to be fusing Baretta. Now, Baretta is the fire sliff. And right now when I'm recording this, it's Thursday. So I can't actually fuse Baretta because I don't have all the awakening materials that I need for the fusion monsters. But what I'm going to do today, which will be day 12, and I'll record another video. I'm recording day 10 and 11 on day 12, but I'll record another video for day 10 at the end of the day. What I'm going to do is get a ton of awakening material for Baretta from the Hall of Magic. So what's going to be cool today is that we've got the potential for some more 4-star monsters, because I find that the Hall of Magic does drop mystical scrolls from time to time, not as frequently as I'd like, but pretty frequently. And so I'm absolutely going to go after the awakening material for Baretta. And so I'm going to take you in real quick and show you the monsters that I've been working on obtaining that are going to help me get Baretta a little bit quicker. But I did want to run giant. I keep saying dragon, giants once to kind of show you by getting that skill up on Viramos, we're landing more DOTs. So you can see that the DOTs are landing a little more often than they were in my past videos. Not a crazy amount, but like if we did the math, they should be landing like 30% more often. So, you know, that is really useful when you get into the giant and you get into a situation like we're sitting on right now, where it's like we're kind of hurting for damage. But when that dragon, or when the, I'm going to eventually stop saying dragon. It's from my other account. But now you can see when the giant gets another turn here, all those DOTs are going to destroy him. So no matter what happens to our team, we're basically guaranteed a win. And so that's something worth keeping in mind. So we may not even have to rely on those DOTs this time, which is good. Oh, there we go. So we killed him with DOTs. So the last thing I want to show you is the monsters I've been collecting for Baretta, because he's going to be core for GB10. And kind of what I'm forecasting working on today. This rune is pretty good, but it's a flat stat, but it's got speed. So if we got a quad speed roll, it might be worth it. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you is that we are going to fuse Baretta. And if you go into fusion info, you can see that Baretta, he's going to be really useful, but we need two things for him. One, we need all of these fusion monsters. So you need the Fire Serpent, the Fire Martial Cat, the Water Magical Archer, and the Wind Salamander. These two you can get from Mystical Scrolls. Or, sorry, the Fire Martial Cat you can get from Mystical Scrolls. These two you can get from Secret Dungeons. So I think at this point, if you've been grinding, you should have a Fire Martial Cat. If you don't, you may have to keep playing the grind. But we're going to summon a Baretta, and that's going to be really useful. So if I go into my storage, I've got the water, the fire, and there's one more that we needed that I'm totally spacing on. Oh, the wind. So what I'm going to do today is a couple of things. I'm going to do the math here, and I'm going to get the Essence of Wind mid. So I'm going to need 15, I'm going to need 10, I'm going to need 10, and I'm going to need 2. So 15, 10, 10, and 2, that's 37. And then I believe that Baretta is going to need 15. So I need like 52 mid-level magic essence. And by default, I'm going to get the rest of the essence. And I also have my first Nat 5, so I'm probably going to go for awakening her as well today. So today is just going to be a big day of awakening, grinding, leveling. I'm going to try and get all of these monsters to max 4-star. So where I'm going to do that, just to kind of future cast how this video, or where we're going to go here, is I'm going to do the Hall of Magic, probably B8, because I can clear that one pretty comfortably. And I'm probably going to replace Bernard with Spectra, so I get some natural experience just from grinding this level. And I'm going to play through this over and over and over again until I have, what did we just say, 57 plus 15, like, yeah, no, we said like 57 or 60. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch my own replay. We're basically going to grind this all day for magic essence. By doing that, we're going to get unknown scrolls that we can use for fodder to take those 4 monsters we need to 4-star max. And then I'm also going to get the awakening materials for my Beast Rider because Thursday is the wind secret dungeon. And so I'm probably going to awaken my Beast Rider first. I'm not going to take her to 6-star, even though I've talked about that in past videos. I want to so bad, but I really want to honor this being an account where, look, not everybody's going to get a Beast Rider. And so, yes, she's great. I may use her to speed up my GB10 runs, but I'm not going to use her to clear TOA or to like really progress in the game for the first 20 to 30 days. Doesn't mean I won't 6-star her in the first 20 to 30 days, but I'm not going to use her to progress in the game because I don't want to I don't want to kill the authenticity of a new account. So I know that not everybody will be able to get that. So that's what we've done over the last days. Just to kind of recap everything, we cleared TOA through 60. We 6-starred our Bernard. We got the materials for Baretta, who we're going to use, and we're going to grind the Magic Dungeon and the Wind Dungeon to get some Awakening materials. Now, one last thing that I want to mention is that for Baretta to be effective in the Trial of Ascension, we absolutely need Despair runes. And if you look at our runes, when we go into Despair, we don't have very many. So my goal is to also get Despair runes today. So basically, I'm going to be working while I grind, grinding while I work, and basically just tapping that replay button in the background. So that's all I've got for you today for day 10 and 11. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. Like I said, I will link up to that rune video in the description. And this is our next 6-star monster. Our goal is to make another monster 6-star by the end of probably Friday. So I may additionally get a couple of 5-star fodder monsters up today while I'm grinding to get those monsters to max 4-star for the Baretta Awakening. I know I'm throwing a lot of info out there, but I thought I would just do this little update, show you where we're at. I'm trying to do a video every single day. I know if you go to my channel, it's like I haven't done an upload every day, but I've been doing a live stream or a video every single day. So this is our first video for January. We're going to upload this. I'm going to grind, and then we're going to go from there. One last thing I want to say, if you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe to this video. I do have this crazy goal to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of February, which is like 2 months away, 60 days. I think we can do it. If you have gotten lots of value from this channel, please don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. That allows us to monetize the channel, which means I can create more content. It helps me supplement what I'm doing. And it really means that I can be here more for the community. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure to do that. And then hit that like button. It does help us with the YouTube algorithm, which is a fancy way of saying more people will see our video if you like this video. So thank you so much for your time. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. And that is day 10 and 11. And until next time, keep gaming bananas.